Welcome everyone back for the great video. We got a 5-year retirement plan, also going through 5-year retirement checklist. A lot of great detail here. We'll dive right in, starting with kind of a big picture view of the phases of retirement.
Yeah, we've discussed this many times in other videos that we've had beforehand. There's the 5 phases that we really use in retirement sort of scenario. There's the prior to retirement, which is accumulation and pre-retirement. And then there's the retirement stages, which are early, mid, and late retirement or active, passive, supportive, however you want to consider it. What we're basically dealing with is that pre-retirement phase. That's usually a 15-year sort of scenario. But what we want to talk about today is really that preparation peak. That's usually the last 5 years before you really hit that early retirement phase.
Yeah, that's when a lot of the preparation really ramps up, hence the title
Yep.
preparation peak, because you're 5 years from your desired target. Why is that important? What do you have to do in that phase? What is the
Mhm.
checklist to really make sure you get everything accomplished? Well, one, why is it important? Is savings growth. Normally, if you're
Yes.
5 years
Yes.
from retirement, you're probably decades into your career. So hopefully you got a really good
Mhm.
income. Could be probably the highest income you've earned in your careers in that phase. Your kids, maybe they're out of the house, who knows? But
Possible.
hopefully they're less expensive at that point, and either the debt is reduced. The idea here is you're probably going to have some of your highest savings numbers, the ability to really put some money aside in that 5-year window. That's why it's important. Some checklist items for your 5-year retirement plan. You should have a high level plan at this point. So
Yes.
you should check into it 5 years prior to your targeted date to say, hey, am I on track? I have the ability to save more money now. Is my savings actually meeting up with what is required for my desired retirement? So you're doing a little check in, a high level check in 5 years out. And if you don't have the debt done by this point, you should be working on it. You should
Yeah,
have a plan to say, yeah, this is
definitely.
how I'm going to eliminate the debt in the years to come. So that's some checklist items right there, but there's lots more.
Yeah, I mean, another one that we have to deal with is that the much better idea what your retirement costs are. I mean, let's face facts. If you go back at 40, chances are you're not retiring until 60, 65. You really don't know what your costs are going to be 20 years out. If you're at that 55, sort of 60 time frame before it, now you have a really good idea as to what you think you're going to need there. So you're going to get that better idea that it's going to give you that lifestyle for early retirement. As we know, between pre-retirement and early retirement, lifestyle really doesn't change that much. So where you are right now, that's probably going to be what you're going to deal with for the first part of the scenario, and it's more frequently that you're dealing with your spending now as opposed to what your spending was there. So again, checklist items to figure out what your spending is going to be exactly like. You're getting that sort of time frame 5 years out. You can figure out what's going to be there. You've got that sort of window that says, hey, okay, this is my lifestyle. I want to maintain it. And then, of course, as retirement approaches, we're going to want to do that again 3 years out, 2 years out, 1 year out. The closer you get to retirement, the better your options are going to be and the more precise you can predict things.
Yeah, you really want to kind of fine tune those estimates because that's going to drive your plan. How much
It
do you
is.
need to spend in retirement? You want to have those numbers figured out, not to the penny accurate, but you want a reasonable ballpark. So reviewing it a few times as you approach. 5 years prior, that preparation peak, why is it so important? Another reason, it's a chance to pay some big things up
Yes,
front.
it is.
So at 52, you buy a new car, great. That's fantastic. You got a new vehicle. Won't really help retirement, but say at
Not 10 years later.
63, if you buy a new vehicle, well, that could be a big expense you've never moved from the retirement cash flow. So you have that vehicle that could last you for a few years and help through at that early retirement. So think of that concept, large vehicles. It could also be renos. It could be any big project you had in mind.
Mhm.
This 5 years prior to retirement, you're likely earning a good income. You got lots of savings. You could use some of that if you wanted
Yep.
to take some of the big one-time expenses done, get them finished prior to retiring to ease some of the retirement cash flow. So a checklist item, your 5-year retirement plan, a checklist would be to obviously to fine tune the budget, as you mentioned, and then think about tackling some of those big expenses, those one-time renovations, replacing the furnace, replacing the car, that type of idea before you retire to ease some of your retirement considerations.
Yeah, having that savings there when it's an additional ability is the
Mhm.
perfect time to pay for these things because, again, you don't want to possibly do it in retirement. You don't know what your budget might look like depending on what your income is. But there's other ones beyond that. One of the items to take a look at is probably those small health issues that you've been looking at, whether or not you've been putting off things in dental or medical scenario. Right now, you're working, you probably have health benefits at your employer. Those are the times to take the opportunity. We don't know what it's going to look like afterwards. Will you have health benefit coverage? Will you have to go and find health benefit coverage? Those are all things that you have to deal with. So 5 years prior to that, start looking at it. Start looking at, do I get retirement benefits? What are they going to be? What are my costs going to be? And if I can solve some of these issues before I hit that retirement time frame, that's probably not a bad idea to get it done. So again, what we want to do on that checklist is review the current health benefits that we really have. What do they cover? How long will they last? And then a year or two out, we want to sort of determine, can I continue these going forward? Or if not, what are my other options that I want to look at? Again, taking this advantage and doing it at this time is much better than all of a sudden retiring and finding out, hey, I don't have anything. Now, what am I going to do?
We've got more to cover, but quickly, if folks have questions, how do they get answers?
They go to chatwithclintonandkevin.com. Questions on this or anything else you can come up with, send them to us, and we'd be more than happy to get back to you as quickly as we can.
Perfect. So another item here, again, 5-year retirement plan or checklist here. 5 years out's a chance to really think about what you want to do. You
Yes.
can spend a little time dreaming. What does retirement mean to you? What's it going to look like? If you're 35 or 40, you're at a different stage of life. Retirement's just too far away. You're dealing with the kids, you're paying off the debt, you're getting into the activity, into the thing. It's busy, it's hectic.
Very
When you're closer to retirement, let's say you're 5 years out, you're probably going to have a better idea.
much.
You're going to have more time to think about it, to really start to dream of what is it that retirement looks like. And then the checklist items, we work with a lot of retirees. There's data to back this up. Those that transition most effectively to retirement are happiest in their retirement, whilst those that continue to have some level of structure, they have some level of social engagement. So think about that. What is it going to be for you? Maybe you'll get that through your hobbies. Maybe you'll do a little bit of part-time work. Maybe it's going to be friends, family, charity, whatever it is. You got to start thinking about what is that structure? What's that routine? How am I going to continue to stay socially engaged? And you can do a bit of planning for your retirement. There's more to come, but quickly, if you like videos like this, we do have a newsletter.
Perfect.
Click the description. You can sign up, and every week we'll send some financial planning tips to your inbox.
Yeah. And another thing that you should be starting to look at this point in time is as you're getting closer, I mean, basically your entire life has been lived off of the salary that you've been able to make. By the time you hit retirement, well, all of a sudden you're not working anymore. That's not retirement. What you should be doing is you should be looking at the sources for your retirement income. You should be looking at, okay, well, what am I going to do for CPP? What am I going to do for OAS? Do I have a work pension? Am I going to start using my savings? All these things need to start coming into play. And 5 years out is probably a good time to start looking at how that's going to be defined. You don't have to plan for all of it just at that point in time, but that's what you want to do. You want to have multiple sources now for income because you're going to get more than just the one that you had beforehand. So 5 years prior, start taking a look at what your pension numbers might look like and see what's going to go on. Am I making enough now? Do I have to contribute more to something or other? Then what you want to do is start contacting My Service Canada. That will get you the ideas for, okay, what does my CPP number look like? What is my OAS going to be like? These are things that you want to deal with. Also getting your proper pension estimates, because then if you have that data by the time you get to retirement, you can really plan. So 6 months prior, collect all the paperwork that you want to deal with. And that way you're going to be good to go forward.
And that's a key one there. If you intend to take CPP as an example, when you retire, so all right, I'm retiring at 65. I've decided I'm going to take CPP at 65. Everyone's different. This is just an example. If that's the case, well, at 64 and a half, I'm going to have to start the paperwork to make sure I actually get the cash at 65. Otherwise, it might come much later in the year. So that's, again, a checklist item. If that's a part of your plan, start those forms early. That also could be the case for your work pension. You want to look into that to make sure you don't get caught up in some bureaucracy. Bringing this all home here, we got to revisit our plan. You need to have a plan as retirement approaches.
Exactly.
It's our Becker mantra, have a plan, some checklist items, because the plan detail is going to shift. It's just, oh, I got a plan, check, done. Well, it's a little more nuanced than that. There's going to be some levels here. 5 years out, you need a high level plan, like we talked about for savings. Make sure you're on track and you're getting to the right general zone. But as you approach 2 years out, for example, you really want to talk about some withdrawal. Are you going to be using the investments as a source of income early in retirement? Some folks don't, some folks do. If you are going to, well, that'd be a good time to talk about the investment mix.
Big time.
If we're going to need it to generate some income, maybe we should start lowering the risk of the portfolio, knowing we have those withdrawals coming up. 1 year out, if you are going to be using the investments for withdrawals, you should really have a plan that fine tunes that withdrawal strategy. Which account do we take from? Which one do we use first? Second, how does the tax work out? That'd be all part of withdrawal strategy in that larger financial plan. And again, 1 year out, you really want to start talking about the estate portion of the financial plan, because everyone's different, but often the trend is as you just retire, you got this really big nest egg, and then you slowly start to spend some of it over retirement. So likely your net worth could be largest in those early years of retirement because I haven't spent it down just yet. So if something were to happen to you in those early years, well, now you got a larger estate to contend with. So that estate plan is going to have increased importance. So yes, have a plan, a little more nuance. You need these levels of a plan as you approach retirement. That was a lot of information all at once. If you like this video, there's a video on the screen right now talking about phases of retirement. What is phased retirement? Click on that one. We'll see you again very soon.
Take care.